Hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to tie the Lièvre et Perdrix from Jean-Paul Péquenot's French Fishing Flies book. This is his favorite nymph. He recommends a hook size 12 to 16, fine wire. You can weight the hook or not weight it. A brown tying silk, I'm going to use tan myself, brown partridge fibers, buff yellow wool, and a mix of guard and under hairs of a hare. And this is the hook I'm using, a Partridge 14 long shank nymph. There's the brown hackle from a partridge for the tail. This is the buff colored wool. That's a fur patch from a hare. And a brown partridge feather that we're going to use for the legs. Now you can skip the tail and make a hackled collar where you wind the partridge, and that's a beautiful wet fly. You can weight the fly to sink deeper, and you can tie it the way I'm going to tie it, which is unweighted. So a nymph to sort of fish in the film, or only in the upper portion of the river of the water column to imitate emerging insects. So those are the partridge fibers I'm going to use for the tail, tying it in on top. Put a wrap under the tail and back to sort of cock it up a little bit and splay the fibers out. I made a little bit of taper. I cut that and skipped watching me wrap thread back and forth. I'm going to tie in the yarn now and wrap back over it towards the tail, and then spiral your thread up. This is a several strand yarn that I took one strand from, so it's a little weak, and so I'm coiling it up. But also give a little bit of segmentation. You'll see as I go through here, just the pulling on it sort of makes it come apart a little bit. Jean-Paul Péquenot says if you want a sturdier fly, you can shred this wool and dub it just like you would dub fur. So it's starting to fall apart for me, so I'm gonna tie it off there. I'm gonna tie in another piece, a little bit of a piece here, just to kind of finish that small section there. I go into the thorax a little bit with this, but that's okay. It'll just build up some bulk underneath, so I won't have to use as much dubbing when I go over the top. About a eye and a half length still left of the hook. It's a little hard to see. That's the mix of the hairs, under fur and guard hairs. The very bottom of the underfur is white, and then it goes up to black, and then you have the guard hairs. When you mix it all together, you get a nice gray dunnish colored fur. It's really easy to dub and a little spiky in there. Just making a nice bulbous thorax of that hare's hair. And then now I'm just I'm just going to tie in, going around the hook, little amounts of brown partridge fibers, just to imitate the legs, and regularly spaced right along the head of the fly there. Like I said, you could do this fly without the tail. Jean-Paul Péquenot mentions it, and tie in a hackle here and wind it just like you would for a soft hackle, a spider, etc., and create a beautiful wet fly. Take your time. Again, you're just imitating legs. I don't know if you have to be perfect about going all the way around. I certainly am not. But, get most of the 360 covered, or a good part of it. And then I'm just going to tie a head here. Tying thread head. Flatten up your thread. Do a back to front whip finish. Seat that knot really strong, cut it off close. Give you a little 360 of that fly. Cement the head. I like these thin penetrating cements personally, thin Sally Hansen's, or this is like Griff's thin, and that's the fly. Another little spin for you. Here's a still image closer up. Thank you very much.